That fat boy comes in with an awesome question. Have been playing with a GTX 1080 and an i7 8700K, both bought at launch, and I think it might be time to upgrade. Do I recommend 64 gigabytes of RAM with Ryzen? Love the channel. Keep up the awesome content and discussion. Thank you very much, ma'am. First of all, it depends. Whether it's worth upgrading depends on a couple of things. It depends upon how much money you have, because everybody has a different financial situation. If you're loaded and you spend lots of money going out and eating nice dinners and it does not financially hurt you to spend the money, absolutely, it's worth upgrading. A Ryzen 9 and either a 3080 or the new RX 5600 XT will blow your current hardware away. It will be more responsive, it will be smoother, it will be faster, it will be the detail and the frame pacing will be better.
Do you mean 6800 XT?
What did I say?
56. 6800 XT.
I'm still getting used to the new product names because they just came out today.
Well, after the kerfluffle with the GTX.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Rogue is paying attention. She's awesome.
Hang on a minute.
You are amazing. So, RX 6800 XT or RTX 3080 on a Ryzen 9 5900X and a B550 premium motherboard. Do I think 64 gigabytes of RAM is the right choice?
Yes.
Yes, I do. I just bought this to upgrade my own machine at home. I have an i9 at home, and I'm going from 32 to 64 because I'm tired of a 32 not being enough. Now, it's worth noting that with 64 gigabytes of RAM, I have two monitors. I multitask. I have 15 Chrome tabs open. I usually have a YouTube video or Twitch stream running. I'm playing a game on my 34-inch ultra-wide monitor, and I have an extremely nice i9 9900K computer with all the nice stuff. It's not top of the line. It's not a 10900K. I've got a 2070 Super video card because of what I play. I'm happy with it. But I can regularly use 20 to 25 actively used gigabytes of RAM. Yep. And my 32 is chock full all the time because cached and standby aren't counted in your active. And so my 32 gigs is completely full all the time.
And I have to listen to it.
With 64... I expect my actively used RAM to grow to maybe 30 and my standby to fill the rest, but my disk cache will make my machine a little bit smoother, more responsive, especially with all those Chrome tabs, and the RAM's not very expensive anymore. And if you're going Ryzen 9 5900X with a B550 premium motherboard such as, and it doesn't have to be this, but this is a $250 board. A ASRock Tai Chi board, for example, the B550 Tai Chi is about $250, Susrog Strix, etc. Good features, good power delivery, will last you 10 years. It'll become your primary machine, it'll become your secondary machine, you'll pass it on to your niece or nephew. It'll be absolutely amazing for a long time to come. And then a 6800 XT or a 3800X, you're spending $1,500. 64 gigs of RAM is $200. 32 gigs of RAM is $100. The extra $100 means that over the next 5 years of ownership, you don't have to care about RAM. If you put in 32 now, you may or may not need 64 right now, but in a year or two, you might start thinking about it as all the new games.
And then how do you match it up?
Right, and then you got to match it, and then you got to make sure they're compatible, and that you don't drop in a different kit and then you run into issues.
Exactly.
Or you have to take your 32 out and buy a whole new kit. You're spending $1,500. Spend $1,600, well, actually $1,700, because if you buy the RAM, it's $1,600 versus $1,700. This is a small difference. By buying 64 now, you're done. You can go, look, I don't have to care. I can load any program. I can leave everything running in the task tray. I can have my online backup running, my OneDrive, my G Drive sync. I can have a second monitor. I can have my programs open, and I don't have to care. And if you are that kind of premium user, I submit that 64 for a Ryzen 9 is now the right answer. It's under $200 if you're in the US.
Because we don't want to listen to you guys complain. Buy 64, please.
We just put 64 in her new Ryzen 9 3900X. She has 32 gigs at home in her Ryzen 5.
I do.
Would you ever like to go down to smaller RAM?
No.
Why are you throwing frying pans at me, my love?
Why are you running so fast?
Because you're throwing frying pans at me. Anyway, if you've got the cheddar, enjoy.
Here we go.